Welcome to my WWE Fantasy Draft. Now, this is the way I always wanted to see the draft play out in WWE television by a spin of a wheel. It seems more legit, and maybe there, with technology this day, maybe they could find a way to fake it if they want to, but I think this way it would look more real if they did it this way. Of course, mine will be completely real. There's no way to fake it on this app. Trust me, guys, there's no way for me to fake it. So, hopefully, we all enjoy it. So, now let me go over some rules here. First of all, there's going to be, I believe, 4 rounds. Each round would consist of 7 total draft picks, right? Well, 7 for each brand. With each round, we'll have 14 picks, 7 for Raw and 7 for SmackDown. We will go this by taking turns, Raw, SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown, until all 14 picks of each round are finished. Every other draft pick for the brand will be of a tag team. This is how it's gonna go. There are 2 roulettes. There's a single roulette, and there is a tag team roulette. This is the tag team roulette. There you see the teams, which also include women tag teams. This is a roulette for teams. The rules are a little complicated, so let me start explaining. There you see you can draft the OC, or you can just draft Gallows and Anderson. To make things less complicated, I will explain the rules of them, why that is to y'all before we get started. That way there's less questions. The thing is, the OC, if you draft the OC, that includes them as a stable, which includes Anderson, Gallows, and AJ. But if you draft just Gallows and Anderson, that's just them apart from AJ, and you will have to draft AJ in the singles wheel. Of course, if you draft AJ on the singles wheel before you draft the OC, then that will leave just Gallows and Anderson to be drafted as a tag team and remove, of course, the OC as a trio from the wheel. So there is a chance to separate AJ from Gallows and Anderson, but there's also that chance that you can end up drafting them apart and still in the same show, but you could also end up drafting them together as a whole. That's just to keep things interesting, to see, and build intense, just make things more interesting all in all. And for the New Day, and the reason I did this before I go on with the New Day is because AJ is an established singles wrestler, especially being the United States champion currently. Now for the New Day, it's the same thing. You can draft Kofi Kingston individually because he's an established single star. He was just WWE champion, but the rest of the New Day could be drafted either together as a whole. But if Kofi has already been drafted single, then when you draft New Day, you only get Xavier and Big E. But you can also draft them all together if that makes sense to you. Let's get started. It could be anyone, guys. It could be anyone. Braun Strowman, okay? Okay, that's a good first pick. Okay, now the first one for SmackDown, guys. Tamina Well, it is what it is. Time to draft Raw's first tag team. Let's get it. Street Profits. Not the team I expected on the first round, but team is a team. They haven't been buried really, so they still have the potential to build to the future, so not bad. Now let's draft SmackDown's first tag team. AOP! Again, not bad. Not bad. Next, going to Raw. Let's spin it. Who's it gonna be? Jinder Mahal, former WWE champion. Not bad. Now who's going to SmackDown? SmackDown. Heath Slater. Well, not as great as Jinder. Let's go to Raw. Who? Ryder and Hawkins. Now going to SmackDown, a tag team. The Kabuki Warriors, okay? Now who's going to Raw? Who's going to Raw? The Miz. Awesome choice. Now who's going to SmackDown? Come on, give me someone better. Kofi Kingston. Guys, Kofi Kingston. Separate draft here. And now Gallows and Anderson to Raw. Now tag team to SmackDown. The Revival. Now, who's coming to Raw? AJ Styles. That means he's with the Gallows and Anderson on Raw, if I remember correctly. Now, who's going to SmackDown? Randy Orton. And ends the first round of the draft here. So, as you saw, Gallows and Anderson were drafted together apart from AJ to Raw. But then on the next draft pick for Raw, AJ was drafted singly to Raw. Coincidentally, they were drafted apart, but ended up on the same show. Now, Kofi Kingston was drafted individually to SmackDown. There's a chance that the New Day could be drafted apart, Biggie and Xavier, as a team to Raw. But if they want to remain together as a stable, they must be drafted to SmackDown. We'll see how that concludes. So let's start round 2 of the draft. Daniel Bryan to Raw. Great. And who's going to SmackDown? Bayley. Baylos to SmackDown. Okay. Raw's next tag team drafted will be Heavy Machinery. Okay, great. SmackDown's next tag team drafted will be The Ascension. Awesome. Okay, I liking it. Raw's next singles pick, Dana Brooke. Alright. SmackDown next singles pick, Andrade, which of course includes Zelina Vega. The next tag team going to Raw will be the B Team. Okay. And the next team that will be drafted over to SmackDown is the Iconics for the women's tag team division. Now the next singles for Raw, Lacey Evans. Okay, great. Love that pick. Next pick for SmackDown, Luke Harper. Okay, could be the future of SmackDown. Who's going to Raw now? Mojo Rawley. He could be the future of Raw. He's got Raw in his last name. Who could be going to SmackDown? Kevin Owens. And I forgot that those last picks were supposed to be a tag team. Who's the next team for Raw? Lucha House Party. Alright, I expect them to go to SmackDown, but who's coming to SmackDown? the Viking Raiders. This video is over 10 minutes now. I did not expect it to be this long, guys. Okay, we still got more to go. I'll do a part 2 to this fantasy WWE draft right after. I'll upload it as soon as I can, alright? Hope you all enjoyed it. Part 2 coming soon. Good night, y'all.